Namaste. Today again I will bring one new word. This word you heard several times. The word is giant. Giant monster. Most of the time, while we watch the English movie like Hulk, Hong Kong, Godzilla, in that movie we often heard this word giant. So that means after listen this word, we have been getting that the meaning. So giant is the very big size. This is very means large. In this particular aspect, we can use this word giant. Okay, so now I'll tell about some of the similar word of the giant. So first synonym is the hues. We can, apart from the hues, we can also say gigantic. It's a gigantic place. It is a very great size of place, or a very big size of place. Gigantic, massive, very big, enormous, mammoth. So there's a synonym of giant. So some of the opposite word is tiny, micro. And now talk about some sentences. How do we use the giant word? So see, as I crossed a dense forest, I spotted a giant monster. Okay. In the distance means it's not close to me. I see the giant animal from a distance. That means he is far away from me, and immediately turned away. Immediately means I just run away from this place. So in this sentence, we already used the giant. So another some of the sentences where we can use the giant with a giant leap. The astronaut left Earth atmosphere and entered the space. Leap means jump. With a giant leap, it is a very big jump. That astronaut means someone who visit the space. That is called astronaut. Leaves Earth atmosphere and entered the space. So if you want to become an astronaut, then you have required the big dream. Then you can go that astronaut. Inflation is a giant obstacle for many families trying to make ends meet. That means inflation. So inflation is the one term, is the economical term, and to inflation is a giant obstacle. Say example, suppose this year the value of the 100 rupees is constant, but after 5 years might be the value of the 100 rupees will decreases as compared to current value. So that means the value is decreases. After 5 years, that value might be 95 rupees, 96 rupees. It depends on the certain parameters, certain situations, certain circumstances of the country, economical condition. But the value of the money is never constant over the years. So that is the inflation. For the person who belongs to the poor, who belongs to the middle class, they face lots of problem due to the inflation. Yeah, income also increases, but as compared to the income, inflation also increases. Price of the goods, price of the products is increases. If you just look at some product 10 years back and now, there's a vast difference of the price. Okay, so that is exactly the inflation. So inflation is a giant obstacle for many families trying to make ends meet. That means giant obstacles means very big obstacle. Obstacle, something is hinder. Okay, so that is the obstacle. So many families trying to make ends meet. Ends means at the end of the month they're facing lots of financial trouble. Now I will use this word giant in a story. It's a very short story. One day, I come across a forest, the dense forest. The dense forest means the forest is covered with big tree and bushes. But I saw a giant monster. That was very, very big size of monster. While I spotted that monster, I was threatening, I was sacking. And immediately one thought is come in mind, run away, Pallav, run away from this place. I pick up and immediately turn away from this place. That is the one story where I use the word giant.